Hi, this is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Welcome to this lesson. Understanding how to subdivide the beat is essential if you want to play rhythms correctly. No one can groove and have great feel if they don't instinctively know how to subdivide. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to subdivide the beat and what this really means. It's not a complicated concept, but you need to understand note values before you can subdivide. I've written all the information in this lesson on a PDF which you can get for free by clicking the link below this video in the description. Also, make sure you watch this video all the way through, because later on in the video I'm going to be telling you how you can get free access to a video from my reading music course. I'm now going to get right down to the lesson, and the three note values that you need to know for this lesson are quarter notes, which are 1 beat, eighth notes, which are half a beat, and 16th notes, which are a quarter of a beat. It's worth knowing how we notate these note values, because if you look on a PDF, even if you're just looking at tab, then often above you'll have the notation and that will have the rhythms. So if you look on all my PDFs, above in the standard notation I'll have the rhythms written out, and some tabs even have the rhythm written on the tab. So it's important that you can understand these note values and how they're written down. Now that you know these three note values, it's handy to know that 8th notes and 16th notes are joined together by a beam when we've got a few of them together. So for example, 8th notes look like this when they're joined together with one beam. So you can join 2 or more 8th notes. And 16th notes, you can join 2 or more again, and they're joined with 2 beams. So 2 would look like this, and 4 would look like this. The most common time signature in popular music is 4/4. Now we have a time signature at the beginning of each piece of music, and that tells you how many beats there are in every bar and what types of beats there are. So in 4/4 we have 4 quarter notes in each bar. And this is what it looks like written down. And we count this 1, 2, 3, 4. And these counts are normally the beat that you tap out of your foot or the pulse that you can hear through a piece of music. So if I put a metronome on now, and I'll set it at 90 BPM, that means 90 beats per minute. So if we set that, then we just play the quarter notes on the clicks, like this. Now we can subdivide each quarter note into 2 eighth notes. So the bar now looks like this with 8th notes. We still keep that 1, 2, 3, 4, but we put ands in between. So we'd count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And obviously the 8 notes are played at double the speed than quarter notes. So if I leave that click at 90 BPM again, I'll now play 8th notes. We can subdivide the beat even further now into 16th notes. So we have 4 16th notes in each quarter note, or 2 16th notes in each 8th note. So you can see we've still got this 1, 2, 3, 4 pulse running through the bar, and we've got the ands on the 8th notes. Now the 16th notes are fast notes, so they're too fast really to count them. So you just know that they fall on 1, and then they fall in between the 1 and then they fall on the and then in between the and 2. This is what the 16th notes sound like played to the same click at 90 BPM. Now that you know these three note values, we can create a groove. Now I've written this on the middle line, and that's actually a D, so we don't have to worry about pitch here. We can just play the 5th fret of the A string or the open D, so it's more the rhythm that we're looking at here. I'll now play this basic groove for you. So if you look at that groove, we can see in the first beat we've got 2 eighth notes. So we just count 1 and. And then on beat 2, we've got a rest, and we haven't got anything till just before the third beat. So we count 1 and 2 and then we play in the gap just before 3. And then on beat 3 we've got 2 eighth notes, and then on beat 4 we've got nothing. So that bar would be slowly 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that 16th note at the end of beat 2, I like to think about that's just before beat 3. So I'll just count 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you're playing it just before beat 3. Now if you look at the second bar, we've got that same groove, but on beat 4 we've got some notes instead of a rest. Now when we don't play any notes, we've got these rest signs here. So a quarter note rest looks like this, an eighth note rest looks like this, and a 16th note rest looks like this. Now if we look in the second bar, it's almost identical to the first bar, but just on the fourth beat we've got 3 extra notes. We've got 2 16th notes and an eighth note. So the 16th notes have got 2 lines, 2 beams, and the eighth note's got 1. So that fourth beat is just 4 and 4 and 4 and. So that whole last bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so play the whole groove with me. I'll play it a few times and just join in when you're ready. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now that you know this rhythm, we can put that into a groove and change the notes about a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bar of D, half a bar of G and half a bar of A. So that makes the 2 bars. And for the bar of D, I'm just going to do D and then A, 7th fret of the D string, and then C, D, 5 and 7 of the G string. Okay. Play that with me. I'll just loop that first bar. And then for the second bar, G, G, A, G, G, A, and then C, C sharp. And then if you loop the whole 2 bars, you'd go back to D again. So that whole groove. Join in with me. Remember that I've written all this down on the PDF, so you can get that by clicking the link below this video and in the description. And also remember to subscribe to my channel by pressing the red button, and if you click the bell then you'll get notified of any of my new video lessons. Now if you're interested in learning more about music theory, how to read music and how to read rhythms, then you can check out a video from my video course, How to Read Music for Bass Players, and you can check this out for free. So what I'll do is I'll put a link, so just click the second link below this video in the description and sign up to my mailing list, and I'll send you access to that video. So this video course is designed specifically for bass players, and I've had some great feedback already. I've got some really good testimonials from players who can now read music solely from doing my course. So if that's something that you've wanted to do, then definitely check out this free video. Well, I hope this video has helped you to understand more about how to subdivide the beat and how to read and play rhythms accurately. If you did find this video useful, then you can help me out by liking and sharing it. And also you can leave a comment below. So just let me know any questions you might have, or just let me know how you got on with the video. I'm really interested to find out. You can also get more free bass resources, and you can find out about my books and my video courses at my website gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. I hope to see you very soon in the next video lesson.